So hi everyone and welcome to today's tutorial. In this part of this tutorial, we are going to finish up this Pong game and add in some interesting additional features. For now it's like this. But if it's just like this, it may seem a little boring. So let's add in some interesting features now. You might want another pedal, let's duplicate it, and we can have it here, and we can let it move left and right continuously. So we don't need this code, and forever we can let it move 20 steps. This number can change depending on how fast you want it to move. And of course, when it touches the edge, you want it to change direction. So you can use either one of these blocks and turn 180 degrees. Let's have a look. Good, it's just that when this ball touches this pedal it doesn't bounce. So let's fix that part now. We can just duplicate this code since it's quite similar. Now, here we can change it to pedal 2. We can remove the change score by 1 and this part since there's no such problem already. And now, we can code this pedal as if whichever direction the ball is touching it, it will always go down, either facing this direction or this direction. So we don't have to worry about these already, since we can just let them go down. We need to fix this part. What if it's pointing in the direction -45? Then you want it to turn down 90 degrees to -135. So it's turning this way. So you can put it here, -45. Well, what if it's +45? Then you want it to turn down until 135, which is 90 degrees the opposite direction. So we can put it here. Now let's have a look. Good, it's working well. Now, another interesting feature you might like to have is to have another ball. So, appear when this score reaches a certain value. I'm going to set it to 10 then. So, when it's touching the pedal, if the score is 10, then create clone of itself. Now, when I start as a clone, since this code is largely the same, I'm just going to duplicate it, but I don't want to set score to 0. Good. And we need to remove this part. Let's see. And by the way, you might like to have this ball switch to a different costume, like ball B, maybe, or whatever costume you want. Now, it's just that when a clone drops below, it doesn't say what it has to say. So let's duplicate this and put it here. Now, It's just that when this ball also drops below, it repeats what it has to say again. So how do we solve this problem? For the main sprites code, over here, we can add another variable. Let's say we can call it lose. And here, for the main sprite, and by the way, when the green flag is clicked, you can set lose to 0 first to reset it. And for the main sprite, let's say we can set lose to 1. And for the clone, we can set lose to 2. Now, for the main sprite. And when this happens, we can say if lose is still 0, actually this one should be moved here. If lose is still 0, then do this. And for this one, we can do the same. This one should be moved out. And we can put it here and say if lose is still 0. And here in the main code, for its movement, we can say if lose equals to 0, then do all this. Lose here. Same goes for the clones code. Lose. Okay, let's have a look. When this drops below, this ball does not continue to move. And so this solves the problem. And so this marks the end of this tutorial. I hope you had learned something, most importantly, and you successfully made up this game. See you next time. Goodbye.